The best leadership book on the planet is the Bible. But I think oftentimes we separate the secular and the spiritual, and that is a mistake. Hello, my friend. There is gold found in the Bible for our leadership. Today I'm going to talk about 4 things, though, that have really impacted me. Number 1, proper leadership is service. As a leader, sometimes, let's just be honest, we get self-focused. It's our problems, our vision, our thing, and it's because we're passionate about it. I get it. Or sometimes we're just selfish. But true leadership is service. If you look all throughout Scripture, specifically, let's look at Jesus for a second. Not only did he strip himself to become human, could you imagine that? From God, all omniscient, omnipresent, to human form and a baby. That alone, the service that would require. But then as he walked the earth, he's constantly serving. He's submitted to his parents. Again, God here. I have trouble submitting to my parents. Sorry, Mom and Dad. And I'm not God. I can't imagine that. But then when he brings the ragtag team around him, he's serving them. He washes their feet. He dies on the cross in service. He is our example. And if we look at how he leads, we should emulate it. Leadership is about service, and it's found in the Bible. Number 2, prioritize daily relationship with God. This is done through prayer, through reading our Bibles, through being in places like we're in the woods right now. There's a bird going crazy. I don't know if you can hear it. It's reminding me of God. See, in Jesus' life, he says him and the Father are one. And he goes throughout everything, looking to God and submitting to him, God the Father and God the Son. This act of union that's happening there is one that we are supposed to have. We are supposed to be in union with God, and that happens with a daily prioritize in those things. Oftentimes in our leadership, we can get stuck in our brain, great solutions for things, or with our problems, or with those people we're leading. But what we need massively in our leadership that's found in Scripture is the power and the presence of God. In fact, if you look at the Israelites back in Exodus and they're wandering around in the desert, they're spending that time learning to rely on the power and presence of God. As a follower of Christ, it is foolish to try to lead without that. It's exhausting. There's that scripture in the Bible that says, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. How often does leadership feel that way? Not often. Because I think at times we try to do it in our strength and our ideas instead of prioritizing that lockstep union with God that we see all throughout Scripture. Number 3, learn to be present with others. If you look all throughout Scripture, Jesus is massively present with those that he's with in the moment. And he has people pressuring on him all the time to do miracles or to talk with them. But when he's with someone, he's totally with them. As a leader, this can be a struggle. We have a lot of things going on. Sometimes it's internal noise, the noise in our brain. Sometimes it's problems all around us. But we need to make that a priority. Have margin in your day so that you can be with the people you're with. Cast your anxieties to God to quiet your mind. Take the work that is required to be present with those you lead. Because when you can be massively present with them, 1, you're going to see things and hear things that you didn't see or hear before. I guess that's a 2. And 3, they'll know you care. Have you ever worked for a leader that cared for you massively? You'll die on a hill for them. Like, this is, to servant leadership, we need to care for them, people we lead, and we need them to know that we care. And this happens in presence. It doesn't happen with like an articulate statement or great leadership. I mean, those things are good, but presence is required. Number 4, building a team. I've heard a lot of business owners and leaders say, well, no one can do it as good as me. And so they'll keep doing whatever it is they're doing. Okay, look at the scriptures. I just want to remind you who Jesus is. He's not like just a dude. He is God in the flesh. It makes the most sense for Jesus to do everything, right? By our logic, sometimes that's what, right? Tell me, please tell me if you think that someone could do it better than Jesus. Actually, don't tell me that. That's just weird. But he's relying on these people, some of them the outcasts of society, on fishermen, on inarticulate, like, look at who God uses. He built a team of ragtag fishermen, tax collector, zealot. Like, if I was drafting a team, this would not be my draft choices, right? But he built this team that radically changed the world. A foolish leader does it all themselves. A leader worth following builds a team, builds people, allows them to step into spaces they are not prepared for, and then teaches them what went wrong and encourages them to move forward. People should see you less and your team more. A great leader can step out of what they're doing and everything runs smoothly. A terrible leader, it all relies on them. And if you're in that situation, I don't feel shame about it. We've all been there. Build the team. Make them more, make you less. It's a simple formula. Give them the tools so that they can step forward. In fact, you see this in Scripture where Jesus is teaching them how to cast out demons, how to do these things, like wild, by the way. And then they go out and do that and fail and fall flat on their face. And what does Jesus do? Oh, see, I knew that. And then just takes it back over? No. He goes, no. They can only be cast out by this. And he shows them what to do. And then sends them out again later. Like, you're going to set up your team, right? You're going to give them the tools. And they're going to screw it up. And it's going to cause you a headache. And you're going to be tempted to take it back over. Don't. Help them to fail forward, just like someone helped you to fail forward in the beginning. I hope these principles from leadership found within the Bible help you like they did me. They continue to radically change my life, and I know they'll change your life. Have a great day, and God bless you in your journey.